Imagine you've just hired a new intern. They've read every book, article, and document ever published, but they have zero common sense. This is the best way to think about AI. It's less like a reasoning person and more like a highly advanced pattern-matching machine. Large language models don't know facts. They calculate the highest probability for the next word. You see this on your phone. When you type good, it suggests job or night, based on what millions have typed before. Recognizing that AI is a statistical tool, rather than a magical mind, is the first step to extracting real value. To get the most out of this technology, realize you don't just have one intern. You have an entire agency of specialized workers at your disposal. For writing code, analyzing data, or drafting documents, you hire text and logic specialists like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Need media? You must look elsewhere. Midjourney and Flux create images. Kling and Veo generate video. 11 Labs and Suno handle the audio. Picking a right model for your specific goal is just as important as the goal itself. If you've ever received a generic, unhelpful response from an AI, the problem usually isn't the machine. It's a vague manager's brief. The solution is a framework called RCTF. It stands for Role, Context, Task, and Format. First, you assign a role to set an expertise level, like a senior career coach. Then, you provide context. By explaining that you're moving from retail into tech, you stop the AI from making generic guesses about your life. Next, you give it a precise action or task, like rewrite my resume. Finally, you dictate the format. If you want a structured list instead of a long paragraph, you state that here. A basic prompt like write my resume produces a forgettable template. But with this structure, the output is a professional, targeted document ready to be sent to a recruiter. Because AI is a prediction machine, the quality of the answer depends entirely on the specific boundaries you set in your instructions. Typing out that entire structure every time you start a new task is a slow and repetitive process. This is why platforms now allow you to build custom GPTs or Gemini gems. These act like an employee handbook that saves your instructions forever. You can even upload your own reference files, like brand guides, detailed project notes, or past reports, so the AI always has your specific data on hand. With these instructions saved, the AI stays focused on your professional standards every time you open the chat. Even with custom assistants, you still have to manually trigger every task yourself. Automation platforms like N8N or Zapier change that. These tools link your AI to the internet, allowing it to complete work while you're away from your desk. Consider this workflow. It starts with a trigger that automatically searches LinkedIn for new job listings that match your criteria. The AI then evaluates each description, drafts a tailored resume for that specific role, and saves the final document to your folder automatically. By connecting these different apps, the system handles the repetitive busy work of the job search. This single setup can process 1 listing or 100 with the same amount of effort from you. Working with an AI intern comes with a specific risk. These systems can hallucinate, meaning they confidently state things that aren't true. Because a prediction machine is designed to provide a likely answer, it will often invent a fact rather than admit it doesn't know. This makes human verification mandatory for every output. There is also the concern of data privacy. You should not send sensitive or private company information to a system running on a public cloud server. For private work, you can use software like Ollama. This lets you run powerful AI models entirely on your own computer, keeping your data off the public internet. You now have the blueprint to move from a passenger to a pilot. Start by writing one structured prompt today and see the difference in what your AI can do.